Well, I did say New Year's is typically a good event, especially for free to play that are starting a new account. However, this year feels like a huge disappointment. Yes, this New Year's event does not even have the most basic swap event that we've had like the past 5 years in Idle Heroes. There's no swapping heroes, there's no swapping artifacts, there's no swapping flags, there's no swapping skins, there's no swapping anything, which is confusing. And the event is interesting, but that's because one bit of information has been passed along to us. Technically, this is not our New Year's event. So while it does fall on New Year's week, we are not getting the traditional New Year's events. So let's wait then, I guess, to see, because this week's event is interesting, but it's really only interesting if you're willing to spend $50. If you're not willing to spend $50, it is pretty much a complete skip week. So yes, free to play players completely skip this one. This is literally the Cliff Notes version of this video for you. We'll go over the events here in a minute. But yeah, you're probably gonna want to stay away from this event. But from what all the community managers are saying, not this week's events, but next week's events will be the true New Year's events. I'm skeptical at this point, but I'll hold them to it. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's talk about this week's event, not the New Year's events. Weird. All right, new update, although not the New Year's event. Again, really confusing. We'll have more information on that later in the week, so stay tuned on that. It is good news that I heard that it's not the New Year's event. Otherwise, this would have been extremely disappointing. We need to hold our anticipation for another week. Daily rewards for this week, though, is 15 Mithril Pickaxes for Sky Labyrinth and 1 Super Wishing Coin. We are getting some bonus stars here this week by doing our Sky Labyrinth loops, and there's going to be a bunch of free pickaxes this week, so if you are into that, if you're not going to do any wishing coins, you might get a little further than normal. If you're going to be using wishing coins, you're most likely going to want to spend this week as well, and that's mainly because in these loops here, you're going to be able to get 10 stars per loop, 9 loops possible. So yes, you can actually get an E5 Rogan worth of copies, which is actually pretty insane. That's a lot of Rogan copies. Don't build him as your first hero, though. Please don't. If you're going for the free to play that we're playing this year, don't go for Rogan as your first E5. It's been tested. It's not good. You're better off using the Garuda. But you're also getting one of these purple boxes with every single point checkpoint. You're also gonna be able to get them a couple different ways. You'll be able to get more stars from these chests, but again, unless you're really spending this week, these are really not going to be worth doing, because there is the New Year gift. So you'll be able to acquire all these chests throughout the week. You can get 3 of them completely free every single day. However, they do not accumulate like you can use on the gingerbread this week. They're pretty much use it or lose it on that day. So you need to open 3 of these every single day, and you get 1 of the random rewards. It looks like the top tier has a lower percentage, whereas the bottom tier down here has a little bit higher percentage of acquiring them. It says get it for free every single day. If your wishing pool reaches a specific standard, you'll get extra rewards in the welcome party. So from my understanding of that is, it's weird because there's a couple things that also talk about VIP this week. And like, for example, this sublimation chest, I think starts with 3,600 of your selectable one, but it can go up to like 5,480 or something, depending on like your wishing coins or your VIP or something like that. So just definitely take a check and take a look. The Core of Origin chest has a single selectable shard in it. So again, keep that in mind for that one there. Yeah, it says Core of Origin selection box is open. You choose 1 fragment of any type. And then it says, warm reminder, after this event, these dazzling gift boxes will only be sold for gold. So they're not actually openable chests in the game. They're a currency in this one. So they do not stay in your bag. Technically they do, but then they only sell for gold. You can't claim rewards such as this. So keep that in mind. There is a check-in just for logging in that's actually pretty solid for this one, and again, it has nothing to do with New Year's, so keep that in mind. But you're getting free loot. Okay, I mean, that's cool in the free-to-play account. They're giving out tons of glorious relics, which is really cool to see, so yeah, not too bad. So this is the New Year party. Even though technically it's not the New Year event, it's really weird. Yeah, I don't know. So basically, basic rewards suck. If you're a completely free-to-play player, this is the only thing you're gonna get. Don't bother. It's not worth using the wishing coins, although you do get a lot of wishing coins, a lot of hammers, and these are the points based on the number of stars you get. We'll break that down a little bit later today. If you spend $10, 500 VIP, you're also getting one of these, as well as stellar shards and crystals of transcendence at every tier mark, and then you also get a bigger chunk down the bottom, and you get a B- stone. Still not really that great, but if you do spend $50 this week, you get more of these sublimation chests, which again, I think these ones here might have 50 or 5,040 in them. I think. It's hard to say. This is a lot of stuff for only 50 bucks, so mid-low spenders. This is kind of like something actually worthwhile, and you're getting 3 of these chests at every single tier, while also getting a B+ stone at the bottom. And we all know how much B+ stones are fun to use. So if you're spending 50 bucks this week, definitely worthwhile going for the full loops, going for the full gems, all that. If you're not going 50 bucks this week, gonna want to pass, because there's also a special VIP offer. Get to certain VIP tiers, you just get some bonus stuff. So if you go to 50, you get some additional coins to help you, some gems to help you. Nothing super special in this one. Value wise, this one doesn't have a huge value. At 100 bucks though, you do get 2 times the reward in Sky Labyrinth. Value packages, yeah, pretty much same old. So it sounds like from the community management team, I've talked to multiple of them this morning, it does sound like there were some major issues with the New Year's actual event that they had planned. Whether that means technical, logistical, I don't know, but what it does mean, as even though this event, the one portion says New Year event, technically this is not the New Year event, which means it's going to be a very similar event to last year, I believe, because next week, not this week coming up, of course, but the week after that, I think it's like campaign event drops and Imps Adventure, which is identical to last year. So that might be good, because especially for free to play, that was a really good event. I remember, because you don't really have to spend anything per se. It was actually just a solid event to get rewards. So we'll have to see. Happy New Year, but it's not the New Year event that you're expecting. That is coming a week later. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. We'll see. See you guys next time.